when you prepare too much ahead, a lot of things don't become relevant. I think that's one of the things that we'll discuss today as well, is when you talk about fourth density, everything starts happening a lot more synchronistically. So it's not so much about preparing everything ahead. Obviously, like for instance with Aaron, we prepared ahead how this would go and who would have what role in general. But what we're talking about is how Spirit brings forth what subject matter we are going to be discussing, because 2/3 of today could be about one specific element of the transition from 3D to 5D, which we don't know, because that's how Spirit and all our guides and teams and ascension councils are working with us now to show us, well, what is relevant. Because we could talk about one thing, which is, let's say, relationships, how to transition relationships in your life. But most important is how to transition on the subject of money, or on the subject of doing your mission, or on the subject of your children, or whatever comes up. And so we really follow our guidance, and it's up to you guys as well to follow your guidance. Well, what questions do I really have? You know, what do I need to know from my life? What's coming to me to ask? And then we create something together, which is really what's in line with what is meant to be created right now. And not something that's just, oh, that's interesting. Well, how do I transition out of my job? Oh, that's so interesting. Well, what do I do if that happens? And if those are questions that are relevant, we're going to answer them and they'll come up. But really feel into your heart, what do you really need to know right now for your next steps? Because every one of you will be here for a different reason. Maybe it's to have a deeper connection with us right now, which is beautiful. And the other is to get that piece of information that you need for the next step of your mission.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we are very connected as a group right now. All of us, we're in a Merkaba, a matrix within this temple space. And so whether you want to send the message via chat or send the message via the ethers to us, the teams will bring through what you need, and to really trust that.
For those of you that do have your different inner senses open, you can tune in and see that the amount of support here today is, well, huge. You can see a lot of rings and rings of support teams and ascension councils and angels and, you know, emissaries from other realms are here to support this process, because, you know, where high frequency beings gather, there is a lot of love and light created, and that's what's happening here. And that's very beautiful to witness and be a part of.
To remember that they are with us all of the time whenever we need them as well through these transition times. You know, transitioning from 3D to 5D, I mean, what does it really mean? It's coming back to the core of why you came here. All of you on this session will be high density starseeds that have come to Earth to bring your energetic signature frequency to Earth here. And so to mess around with 3D doings and beings is not why you came. And that's why at this current time, the energies are really pumping to get to the real authentic reason why you came, you know, and we call it 5D and fourth density and all of that. It's really, what is the core reason for you being here? You know, it's expansion, it's experience, it's sharing your frequency here on Earth so that others, you know, the humans that are to receive from you can receive from you. And if you haven't transitioned to that alignment place that you know you need to be in, then you can't really transmit from a clean space. You can't transmit because you're either too tired or, you know, you're distracted with these other dramas. And that's why there is so much interest in this, and that's why the teams are like, yes, let's anchor this energy more and more into Earth so more and more people can connect in, because just by this little group doing this right here, right now, we are anchoring this energy so that all beings on Earth have the availability, if they choose, to connect in with this and to literally unplug from the matrix and plug into the reason why they're here.